And we are back again, and I'm going to tell you it's going to be a very exciting season for a lot of reasons, but let me get the introductions out of the way. It is the Burning Couch Podcast. I am Matty Staudt, radio god, podcast legend, and with me, as always, one of the few men to be nominated for a Heisman Trophy from West Virginia University, the running back, Steve SLATON. Hi, Steve.
What's going on, Matty, man? Good to see you, brother.
It's good to see you. Coming up on the show, we're going to talk about our underrating again, and we'll start our new segment, Garrett Green Heisman Watch.
Like I said earlier, man, we got to wait, but it's been getting high praise. I think the best thing I've seen so far is him shining at the Manning camp.
Yeah, we'll hit that up when we get there, and then the second half of the show, we're going to invite our producer Isha on. He's going to talk to us about our hockey team, which I didn't even know we had. I knew we had one because I sent Isha a hockey jersey, and I have one. But we're going to find out about what people were saying about our hockey team this season. All right, coming up, let's start off with, first of all, how you been, buddy? It's been a while. You know, we do this, we do the show for a while, and then life gets lifey, and we take a little break. But we're always back for football season. How you been?
I've been good, man. Can't complain. Trying, doing the daddy thing, doing cooking thing. So, it's all good. Same old.
But you look good, man. You look like you're ready to take the field again.
As a coach, maybe, or as a sideline parent. But no, man, just, getting closer to 40. So, I hear when you're 40, it's hard to keep the weight off. So I might as well start before I hit it.
Well, sir, let me tell you, that is all true. And I'm in awe that you're turning 40, and I'm just turned 50.
I got 2 more years. I ain't turned 40 yet. Not yet.
Okay. All right.
Not just yet.
It's weird. It's funny though. I feel like the millennials that are older and Gen Xers get along quite well, where none of us get the new generation. They're a mystery to all of us.
Well, I mean, I think having a life without, or a life with social media since you're younger changes different. To us, you only knew about your circle, growing up. But then now it's like everything's at your palm of your hand and you're seeing different things. And, I wouldn't try that. I want to be this. So I think some of them are confused, and the internet's not a real place.
It's not. And I will say this too. You think about that, like, especially as you get older, you just got your circle of friends that even if you don't talk to for months, you get back with and you're good. Like, we don't need to be in constant contact with them.
Yeah. No, I definitely think that's a bigger thing, to where you have the better friends of, hey, waiting on seeing them, and you don't need everyday contact, because you got to do life a little bit, so you got something to talk about. If you talk to somebody every day, what are you gonna talk about?
But speaking of good friends and family members, Pat White, both of our dear friend, and he and I started this podcast this year 15 years ago. Can you believe that?
It's crazy.
And then Steve joined maybe a couple months in. It wasn't very long before Steve was on.
Yeah.
And we've had a few iterations. It was the Pat White podcast, and then it turned into the PW Pod, and then the one that we're at now, the Burning Couch. Speaking of couches, by the way, look behind me.
Looks right for the burning.
It's the same color, and I have the same cushions as in our little thing. I need you to come visit, Steve, so we can take a picture on it. So.
Oh, nice. That's nice.
Yeah.
Move it to the real world.
Yeah. I moved back to the Bay Area. I can't say why yet, but it's pretty exciting, and I can't wait to tell people, but I'm not allowed to say yet. It's terrible. In-house discussions, but it's good news. It's big news. So I'll share that as soon as I can. So Steve, we're kind of used to being underrated, aren't we?
Yep. I mean, that's the best thing, man. All we need is our fans to be on our side, even when they're not. But they should stay on the side. But no, we got a lot of upside. I think it's going to be an exciting year. I like being the underdogs. Look forward to something.
Preseason Big 12 poll. Where do you think we landed?
In the Big 12?
Yeah.
Probably the bottom 5.
Wasn't that bad? No. And we're talking about a team who went 9-3 last year, dominated their bowl game, didn't have Garrett Green for all the games, and lost one game by a fluke kickoff return.
Yeah.
It was a great season, and we're returning just about everybody. Nope. We are ranked 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we're ranked 7th. So here's the preseason ranks. Utah's number 1. By the way, Utah fans, you're annoying as F. Already sick of you. It is. They are the biggest egos. They think they're going to waltz into the Big 12 and just roll over everybody. You're in the Pac-12. Pac-12 doesn't exist anymore for a reason. Kansas State, number 2, who we handily beat at home last season, and they're not even returning as many people as we are. Oklahoma State, solid. Kansas, it's Kansas. They'll blow it somehow. Arizona, that's a joke to me. Arizona is a joke to me that anybody is considering that their football team is going to do good in the Big 12. Arizona, stick to basketball. All right. Iowa State, again, they're working with like a new quarterback, I think, this season, and there's no way we finished behind Iowa State, and then us, and then UCF, who we also handily beat last season. Thoughts, concerns, questions? Okay, we just had a little hiccup, and here's why. Steve SLATON, former NFL player, adult person, cannot seem to get any internet that works worth a crap. And he just said he's using T-Mobile 5G. That's what you're relying on to do a radio or to do a podcast? Come on, dude.
It works great. What are you talking about? I don't know what your problem is.
It doesn't work great. I will beg to differ with you, sir, because your internet drops off like 3 times during the recording.
It's just got to warm up.
It's not good internet.
It's got to warm up,
dude. Whatever it is, man, get the gerbil to spin the wheel faster. It's killing us. It's killing the show. Killing the show. T-Mobile 5G. Unless they'd like to sponsor the program. If they would, T-Mobile, you're great.
Listen, when we had the hurricanes, mine was only internet working. Everybody else was out.
That's because it's run manually. There's literally a dude down, cranking something back there.
AT&T down, Xfinity down. My T-Mobile was working.
Not good, though. All right. Underrated. I left asking you thoughts about the rankings that I just read to you.
I mean, it's always difficult for certain teams, especially coming into a new conference. So having them so high, I mean, you should come in with high expectations, but I don't think it's going to be the same because it's going to be different traveling now. So we should be up there at least number 3.
I like that we're underrated. We don't do good when we're favored to win ever. That's when we blow it. And so I'm glad that we're underrated. I think this is a season, and I said this last season, and it almost came true. This is a 12-0 season or 13-0 season or whatever, how many games we have this season. Possibility. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but it's a possibility.
Yeah, that's always a possibility. But I feel like what Garrett Green says press conference about if he does his job right, we should be in a Big 12 game. So that's, Big 12 or bust.
Yeah. I think it's a good time for us to unleash the new segment. Garrett Green, Heisman Watch. He in the spring you heard a talk about it, and now he's not showing up on any lists. And there are many, many reasons for him to show up on lists based on what he's done. He did last season. But you mentioned something, and talk about that, like how important it is to like come out at that Manning camp and kick ass.
It's definitely just ending the season on a high note, rolling this season, and just showing that you're improving, and that people didn't have eyes on you at first, but now they do. So how you expect yourself to play. Now other people are expecting you to play. So, it's just a confidence booster.
So when you were a Heisman candidate, were you preseason talked about, or did you get on through what you did that season?
I think there might have been a little preseason chatter. I'm not 100% sure. But, throughout the year, just because we had so many running backs, having the Thursday night games, having those eyes on you definitely helped out a lot. And, winning helps out all the time.
And the way the team can really help themselves is by beating Penn State first game of the season. I'm very excited for this game. I haven't decided if I'm going to try to go in for it. It's way oversold. It's sold out. Tickets are going to be a fortune, but I'm yelling at you about technology, and I left my phone on. The rookie. We're out of touch. We're out of practice, man.
It's still preseason.
Yeah, it's still this is our preseason. working the kinks out, man. Hey, that reminds me of preseason camps kicking off. Give us the lowdown on preseason camp and like what's the feeling when you get to that fall preseason?
Where? College or NFL?
Oh, call college.
It's, you're finally looking forward to the days are winding down that you get hit somebody else because, as soon as the season's end, you have a couple days off and a couple of weeks, but then you're right back in the thick of things with spring ball, then fall's coming around to where you're just chomping at the bit. You're seeing all these preseason labels of where you're ranked at and, time to show improve. So it's definitely, it's a thrilling thing.
Will we learn more about the team in preseason and fall, or do you think things are pretty well set by the time that rolls around?
I think the fortunate that we had that, we didn't lose that many people, but, you should have had a gelling period just from last year. So you should see where we're at right out the gate because of, how we finished and how we started.
My advice to all players, please don't get hurt. That's all I'm asking. Please don't get hurt.
No, it's don't do nothing dumb to jeopardize your year. That's what it is. Don't jeopardize yourself.
Okay, listen to Steve SLATON. So what's the difference between, how you're feeling preseason college and preseason NFL?
Oh, man, preseason, there's less guys, and some guys are, on a chopping block. Some guys are fighting for their life. Some guys are, they're not going to make a team. They're just a body. So, depending on where you're at, year, a rookie or vet, it's different things to where, it's different emotions because it turns into a business more to where, oh no, this is my job. This is, I'm here in this city. I can end up somewhere else. College, you're just probably not going to play, or you will play.
Did you watch Hard Knocks this season yet?
No.
I didn't have neither. I haven't really watched that as much as I used to like to watch it, but I haven't liked any. They're always teams I don't care about, like I don't care about the New York Giants, and I don't even know who I care about anymore in the NFL. I've been lost ever since the Raiders left Oakland. I'm just like, I don't know who to root for. I think I'm going back to the Washington football team since they got rid of Dan Snyder finally, but I wish they would change the name back to Washington football team. I like that. I did not like, having a Native American wife, I obviously did not like Redskins all that much, but I definitely liked the Washington Football Club. I thought that was just a cool, and it fit the city, People don't think about Washington as being a gritty city, but it is, and it used to be the games would be in downtown and hold on. I just turned into old man. Back in the day, we played at RFK Stadium in town. And if you drove 2 blocks to Northwest past the stadium, good luck living. It was dangerous, man. Oh, we saw a body one time. No bueno. Laying in an alley. Oh, scared of this little West Virginia boy out of his wits. I'll tell you that much. So anyway, preseason is kicking off. We're obviously in preseason. We're just rambling around here, but we're going to come back after the break. We're going to invite our friend from the North, our Canadian producer, Isha. He's going to talk to us a little bit about something about WVU hockey. I'm excited that anybody's, he's a hockey guy, of course. He's from Canada. You can't not be. All right, we're back from the break. No sponsors in that break now that I not have thought about it. We don't really have any sponsors to put into the breaks right now. I got to hit the book exchange up. Hey, please take us back. I don't know. We were kind of all over the place last season, but we'll see. But either way, go to the book exchange, whatever. Buy everything there. We love them.
The code might be still working. You never know.
Yeah, the code might still work. You try Burning Couch Pod. I might try that. I got to order some, I got to get the new duds. I got the new shoes, but I don't have the rest of, I need the new Nike stuff from WVU. I have a closet of this shit.
Through the years.
There'll be some people wearing some WV, and I can't get rid of it. I will not throw away a West Virginia University shirt. I will not. I will not give it away. I will not throw it away. I just keep them. And when I moved up here, I literally had boxes of T-shirts that I hadn't opened in years. Found some choice ones that now I'm very happy to have. But yeah, it's just a lot of them are just, but some are just holy WVU shirts I wore in college even. They're just all over the place. So you were talking to us about WVU hockey, which I don't know a lot about. Tell me about what you know about WVU hockey guy.
So they're not Division I, but they're a club team. And last year, actually, they gained a bunch of fans in just like the general hockey world amongst like the casual hockey fans who follow, just the NHL. They actually gained a lot of followers. They made a big buzz as they released their new jersey last year, which for a club hockey team was really good. Now, when I say that, it means like there's a certain level of prestige for like a National Hockey League jersey. Like it needs to be simple. It needs to be simple but recognizable, not too much going on.
It's very Canadian.
Yeah, exactly. Whereas when
low profile.
Yeah. Whereas when you go down to like the minor leagues, it can be a little bit more funky. It can be a little bit more busy. Same with like the European teams. And then like the club level for college, they go crazy like the minors as well. And WVU, they went pretty crazy here. As I'll share my screen with you guys.
Oh,
yeah. So
cool.
This is how cool is that, right? How cool is that? So they actually, again, with the caveat, like for a club team that's not D1, everyone was loving the colors. Everyone loved, the forest there on the bottom. You got the outline of the state. So there was a big buzz. Everyone was loving the jerseys. Everyone was like, oh, WVU as a hockey team? That's so cool. We want to support it. But then more photos came out. And a small video as well. Oh, and just that scene right there drove a lot of people bananas because, like, why would you do that to your skates, man? Even for a photo shoot.
Come on.
So they not only gained a bunch of fans, but they also made a lot of enemies amongst some of the more hardcore. So I'll say, like, among the casual hockey fans, everyone was like, wow, that's so cool. WVU has cool jerseys. They have a cool club team. They gained a lot of followers on social media. But like the hardcore, Canadian hockey fans were like, oh, but why did you walk on the rocks and walk on the train tracks with your skates, bro? That's sacrilege. But I have to give props to them, and I'm going to be following them like a lot. Well, I didn't follow them at all last year. I'm not going to lie. I followed you guys' football team because I produced the show, but I'm going to be following them a lot this year because not only is their social media like really stepped up their game in like trying to get more just local fans to come to the games and things like that. They actually put together a pretty good team, so it should be fun. Again, club level hockey. It's far from D1. No one's making the NHL from club level, but sometimes the stars and the top players from club level have a chance to go D3, who have a chance to get a contract overseas if they still want to play the sport. So it'll be fun to follow them this year. I'll be your guys' eyes and ears.
I like that. So we're going to have hockey updates to see. Hey, I'm going to tell you right now, we're going to be the only West Virginia University podcast that does hockey updates.
True. Leave it to the Canadian to give you those updates.
I'm excited. I'm very excited for the updates. I really want one of those jerseys, though.
They're so sick.
They have to sell them, right?
Yeah, they do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, I need to get one. Add it to my boxes of shirts that I never wear. All right. Well, coming up in the next weeks, we're going to not only we'll get Pat White in here somehow. We'll get an update from him. We're going to also bring back some of our favorite folks from past seasons, of course. I'm sure Mike Asti will be coming on in the next week or two to give us – we'll go through the entire season with Mike and make our official predictions, which will be published. By the way, last season, only 2 people were close to getting it right, and that was Steve SLATON and Matty Staudt on that whole list that Mike Asti put together. All right? Number 1. So that's it. Preseason. We did it. We'll see you on those country roads.